Hello, press and fellow citizens of Canada. I welcome you to join us for this interview today. Today marks a great day in history because two great languages, Anglophone English and Francophone French, come together by what we call the Official Language Act. This act was inspired of the Quiet Revolution and the Royal Commission on Bilingualism and Biculturalism of 1963. I would go into detail about these two interesting topics, but today I'm here to answer questions and to expand about how we made the Official Languages Act. The impact that this is going to make on citizens from both Canada and Quebec are long-term and short-term. The short-term impact is that the Quiet Revolution ends and French and English are now equal languages. Francophones are now peace and happy, and the long-term impact is that the people who travel to parts of the country where their first language is not the majority, Ontario or Quebec for example, can communicate in the first language to ensure success. Anyone schooled in the French language can be admitted to an English-speaking university. Making this act official took a long time and took a very big effort from the Canadian government and the Quebec government because it was very difficult to get their attention because they were so focused on their Montreal Canadiens in the playoffs. But, as you know, Toronto came up top. Take that, Jean Chrétien. Better luck next year. But, in all seriousness though, our two governments feel that this act will bring our two countries together, striving for equality and improving governance. I will now be accepting questions.
Last year from the Toronto Star, do you feel that the Official Languages Act addresses the findings found by the Royal Commission on Bilingualism and Biculturalism?
Yes, Brent, I do. Because basically, it secures it. It basically gives everyone equal opportunity. If you're English and you want to go to Quebec to study for school, you have the option of going there and getting spoken to in English because you don't feel comfortable talking French. And the same thing goes if you're a French person from Quebec. If you're someone from Quebec and you talk French, not English, and you're going into Canada, same thing, for schooling, you have the option of being spoken to in French. So basically, it gives everyone the benefit of equality.
Hi, this is Stacey Williamson, and I am from the CBC Post, and I was wondering, many claim a backlash could come as a result of this act from the Anglophone or Francophone parts of the country. What are your thoughts on this?
Hi Stacey, and to be honest with you, yes, I do feel a backlash from Anglophones across the country. It's only fair. One language is not more superior than the other, regardless of how many people speak it. And the French language has never been given the respect it deserves.
This is Brenton Wallace from the Hawaiian Post, and I was wondering, how will immigrants to this country who speak neither of these languages be affected by this act, now and in the future?
Well, Brenton, this is a law of our country. Immigrants will need to learn one or both official languages in order to communicate. As PM, I am happy to accept anyone who wishes to live in our beautiful country, but not on their terms.
This is Pavel Stuberry, and I am from the Recording Post, and I was just wondering, Mr. Trudeau, what do you say to critics who may perceive the introduction of this act as being biased on your part due to French being your first language?
Well, Pavel, as Prime Minister, it is a requirement of mine to know both languages. I expect the same from anyone who works in this government alongside to better serve the citizens of this country. My first language of French has nothing to do with it.
Hey, this is Dave Walter from the Bell Post newspaper, and I was wondering, do you feel that the English-speaking people have anything to gain from this act?
Good question, Dave. But while the English-speaking people do not gain as much as the French-speaking people do, they must understand that the act allows them to be treated equally with Francophones and be addressed in English in any part of this country, including Quebec.